Chat, episode 2. How you all doing tonight? We got a couple of topics of discussion tonight. First of all, we're going to be discussing mainly graphene. Oh crap, I'm on the wrong week over here.
Reading the liner
We're not
notes
discussing that. We're discussing
Graphene.
that was last week. We're discussing RFID and NFC. We're discussing what else are we discussing here? I lost it, man. Mainly RFID and NFC for now, and we're going to just kind of push from there. And maybe data recovery if we get to it. But let me introduce everyone. We got a guy who doesn't have a video right now, but he's trying to get it working. We got Jason Roy, who's just hanging out. We got Jojo over here. We got CW.
Yo.
Computer Whiz. We got me. I'm John, the Minds. And we got Richard. And we got Lewis, which is Chaostic, the other Android noob head over here. What's going on, guys? And today, basically, we're just going to discuss a couple things. We'll see what we can talk about when it comes to this. But all in all, I'll start off mainly about RFID and NFC and what it all means. And I'll start from the basics and then move up. But RFID, you know, as all you in this channel already probably know, it's radio frequency IDs. They've been getting really popular over the past decade, mainly with credit cards, documents, regular events, sporting events. They have them. They put them in tickets. They put them in cards. They put them in all different random things. And they actually are all around us, and none of us really are aware of that. But they have a lot of good uses, and they have a lot of bad things about them that you might not really care for. But all in all, they are pretty good. By the way, oh, I'm on the wrong one. Also, we were going to discuss, I did realize the other topic was, if we get to it, flexible displays in phones, which are coming out to be a really popular thing, and it's going to be the next wave of generation of phones that we have ahead of us for probably 2013 to 2015. They're going to start making these crazy flexible displays as well as transparent displays. Transparent? Did I say that right? Transparent displays. Anyways, so now one of the major things about RFID is that we're going to be encountering a big, huge change in the way America is going to be run due to Obama becoming president again and Obamacare Act coming into play. The Obamacare Act actually has a lot of things in the actual document noted on the waysandmeans.gov website. If you haven't heard of it yet, you could actually reference it yourself if you look it up on the website, or you can go to Google. But I will post the link at the bottom of the YouTube link after this broadcast is over. Now, on page 1000 of the National Healthcare Reform Bill, or I forgot what you call it. Well, basically another name for the Obamacare bill that, you know, has been passed already and will be taken into effect in 2014. You could actually find it on page 1000. It's called the National Medical Device Registry. I think between page 1000 and 1006. It basically states that in order to obtain medical health care, we're going to have to, if you want to obtain public medical health care, you're going to have to basically sign up for this, you know, system where you're going to have an RFID embedded into your forearm right around here. I don't know exactly where it is, but it should be somewhere around here where this little Android dude is hanging out on my bicep. But he's going to be, it's going to be basically where you want your health care, you want public health care. Here you go. You got to get this RFID chip. If you don't want public health care, you're going to have to pay for private health care, which the majority of us don't have because we can't afford, as a typical American can be. Unless you're upper or higher middle class, you could afford to pay for your own health care, as well as the, you know, the typical business owner. That, you know, in terms brings a lot of, you know, questions about what the hell we're going to deal with, because you know, we're not in the best economy right now, so it's going to kind of screw things up. But that's on a you know, governmental notice about what we're going to be dealing with for the future when it comes to RFID. On another basis of RFID, which is the more Android aspect, which is a really cool thing to know about, is that people, you may not know it, but people may be pulling your information. The reason why a lot of us have you know, credit card fraud and things like that is because of these RFID chips embedded into our stuff. And also, you know, you could all get identity theft and fraud very easily. You could obtain it very easily, and no one really realizes this. I mean, they have passports now with RFID chips in them. They got credit cards, like I stated before. But you know, what's really crazy about these things is that, you know, we have on all the Nexus devices have them, and there are a lot of phones out now that do have NFC enabled in their phones. And NFC is basically a small version of an RFID reader. Now, you could actually make an RFID reader if you like, with just simple tools that you can buy on eBay and stuff like that, totaling about $12 to $25, and you could actually make yourself an RFID reader. Now, what's to say that you can't make an RFID reader that doesn't actually have an amplified radio signal, so that you could actually pick up radio frequencies up to a 15-foot radius? Now, I'm going to give you an example right here. I got my Nexus 10, and I have an RFID card. Now, this was an actual card that I used for Interop event, which is in the Javits Center every year, which is a really great expo to go to, by the way, if you're into virtualization and data centers and cloud computing and such and such. But these have RFID chips in them. I'm going to use this as opposed to a credit card because I don't want you guys checking out my credit cards with RFIDs on them and whatnot. So this is the perfect example right here. Now, with a simple Nexus device like the Nexus 10, the Nexus 7, the Nexus 4, and, you know, whatever other named devices that do have NFC enabled in them, the Galaxy Nexus does. You know, even older ones like that do. I think that was the first device that had NFC built into it. But if you go to this program, there's several programs. There's one that you can get free on the market. Now, this one doesn't actually give you the information, but you can actually, you know, if you really wanted to go crazy, you can code an APK file in development that will actually read the credit card numbers clearly. Now, this program right here, I just started, and I'm actually going to show it to you right now. This program is, this is what you would see on the screen for the program. Now, this this is called Identity Stronghold Electronic Pickpocket RFID. I have NFC enabled on here, and I have this credit card. Now, if you actually put this up to here, you get a reading, and you can actually hear it if it comes up. You know, now it doesn't want it because, you know, I'm trying to show you guys this, but it's supposed to read it. Okay, it just read it. Now, what's going to happen is, this is not a credit card, so it's going to error out on me, but what you're going to end up seeing is something like this. It's going to say miscellaneous RFID tag found. That's because this is not a credit card. If it were a credit card, I pulled a screenshot up off the web. You're going to get something like this, which is not showing up as well. Okay, you're going to get something like this. Now, this is what the program would look like if you were to pick up a credit card. Now, this is pretty sad because I just got a simple device right here, and I just touched a card. And pretending this is a credit card, that's what would show up on the screen, what you see as what I said on the on-air current window. Now, it's really bad to know this because you know, this is just a basic NFC device, but if you created one of these, like I said, for about $12 to $25, you'll end up getting a device that you could just stand around a crowd of people, and you'll end up getting a huge list of everybody's credit card. Like, you will literally get a list of everyone around you that just literally absorbed everyone's credit card, their license, you know, their driver's license, which shows their license number ID, I think their name, their sex, date of birth.
And it already happens.
Yeah, it already happens. That's what I'm saying. So people are pulling these numbers off, and you don't even realize it's happening. I mean, there are cases that you can buy and carry cases and wallets that are NFC or radio frequency protected, where it blocks, it kind of shields off other people from absorbing them off you. But it's not a common thing, so most people don't even have them. But just to see this is kind of sad. You know, you're getting an application that shows a credit card number like this. Like I said, if you get an actual the real program, or if you're a real programmer yourself to make it work, you will actually see the full credit card number here with the expiration date, as well as other things that you can get for it. You know, and that's just really bad. There is another program that I will show you right now that can read my RFID card, which is not a credit card. It just reads the regular raw data that's being sent from it and to it. It's called NFC Tag Info. I will provide links to both of these applications to the Play Store in the YouTube link when everything is finished. And what this actually does is, here's the initial window. I have it open on my tablet right here, which is what you'll see, what you see on the screen right now, broadcasting live. Now it says scan a tag. So I'm going to take this card, I'm going to scan it, and what comes up is actually, why isn't, okay, what comes up, it says new tag detected. I wish I could share a screen here. And then you hit the button that says tag information, and what you're going to come up with is something like this. Now this shows all the tag. This is what the RFID has, raw data coming from it. This is what it's seeing from here. It's seeing all the stuff in here. The UID, the type of radio frequency that's being emitted from it, which is a type A, which is kind of like a non-programmable card. Like it's programmed once and then it just literally spits out information that you need.
Hey, zoom in on it, dude.
Oh, yeah, no problem. Yeah, and then you can actually see all the information that's on the top. Whoa, that's way too much zooming. Hold up. All right. Now, I think you guys can see that. There you go. And you can see all the information that this RFID card contains within it. This is just raw data being put from it, and this was just to give you. This basically is just a database of information. It generally contains my name and my email address, so that when I'm walking around the convention, the vendor booths will go up to me and say, "Oh, can I scan you? Okay, I'm interested. Oh, you're interested in our work? Okay, let me scan you." And then next thing I know, I leave the convention, I come home, I got 30, 40 emails from all these vendor booths, you know, trying to sell me products and stuff like that. That's really what their use is for. But other major uses, though, the reason why, let me explain to you the main reason why they want to use RFID in medical in the first place. Because it sounds really bad. It's like, oh, I'm not going to have them track me and bug me and do all this. You're not literally getting tracked. What you're actually doing is having a medical card on you at all times embedded into your body. Now, an RFID chip will not, it does not provide tracking. It's not a tracker. It's not like saying we're going to pull up on the, you know, we're not going to pull you up from a satellite and be able to track exactly where you are because we know where your RFID is. No, that's not the way it works.
Well, they can do that now, you know.
They could do that now because of camera systems, but they're not going to track certain people. They can track movements of people and cameras and stuff like that with really super high resolution cameras. It's actually an array of like 60-something cameras, all, you know, like 100-something cameras put together. But that's something else. We should leave that for next week. That'll be next week's topic right there. Yeah. I think. So I mean, anyways, we got this going, and what it actually benefits is, all right. Let's give a hypothetical scenario here. I mean, let's say you you got into a severe accident and you got this card embedded into you. Hold on one second. I just gotta complete. Yeah, you can.
It'd be good for like known drug allergies and stuff.
Yeah, exactly. So say you get taken into an ambulance, right? Oh, we got to do emergency open heart on this guy. You know, he's got blood pouring into his lungs. We got to do something, but we can't find that out. We can't touch him until we know he's not allergic to penicillin or whatever the case may be. Now, to find out medical records, do you know how difficult it really is to find out medical records? I used to work in medical records. Yeah. Now, everything still to this day is about, generally you got about 30% of medical records have not even been transferred to data form in electronic form. So what it is that you have all these medical records file rooms. I don't know if you've ever been, you know, when you go to the medical offices, you see all these files with all these big numbers, color-coded numbers on them. That's basically medical records. And you know, it's going to take years for all of those records to be put into systems, or for the patient to die so they don't need those records anymore. You know, that's really what the case may be. So it helps a lot, though. You know, you want to get treated right away. You want to know if you have medical records, insurance. You could find out right away. You know, I'm incoherent. I can't speak because I'm unconscious. You know, I can't say, oh, I have HIP medical insurance. I have Aetna. You know what I mean? No, you can't say shit, and you don't have anything in your wallet. So what are you going to do? They're just going to wait until they get to the hospital. They're going to pull up medical records. It's going to take them a while to backtrack your history of what locations you've been in. This is actually a very beneficial thing for that purpose. Now, I don't mind having RFID put into me personally. You know, I don't care about being tracked. First of all, why do Americans care so much about being tracked? Is it really necessary to be tracked? Like does it matter so badly?
It's such an infringement of your freedom. The whole point of living in America was initially freedom of choice. You have no choice in the matter. You have to do this. It's your ultimatum.
I know. It is unconstitutional. Realistically, yes, it is. But we're coming to the point where the Constitution is getting outdated because of the technology increases that have changed over generations. Like, Like, for
So
example,
that means that we should have less freedoms. We should have more restrictions on our privacy,
no,
dude.
no,
As
no.
it is
That's
right now,
why
the government has satellites that can look into your house through your windows. You know,
yeah,
it's not
but
like
that's why it's
you're not
optional.
being. Uh,
Yep. I know what you're saying. I totally agree with you. And you know what? There's nothing that says you can't come to the point of saying we're gonna we're gonna give you all your freedoms that you want, but you're not gonna get shit back if you don't want your freedoms taken away. As in, we won't give you medical care unless you give in to our non-freedom things that we want to offer you. You know what I mean? Like we're gonna take your guns away, but we will offer you something in return. That's usually how the case works, and that's pretty much what's going to happen in the near future. Like, yeah, guns are going to come to a point where there's going to be a limitation, just like the internet. The Piracy Acts and free internet. You know what I mean? The free speech on internet. That's all going to be taken away. It's going to be stricken from us. But there is going to be limitations to it. They're going to be like, okay, we have, all right, we'll give you Sweden. Sweden, you can have all the free and, illegal shit go on there. You can gamble in Sweden, you can gamble offshore, but you can't gamble in America. But as long as you're connected to a network to them, you're allowed to do that. Like, it's weird how they give you the freedoms, but at the same way they take it away. They always find a way to take your freedoms, but there's always a way around it regardless, Now, and the way around it regardless is you want your freedom, well, then you're going to have to pay for your freedom. You're going to have to pay for your own medical insurance. And then we're all going to be arrested and done in the end of it. The whole thing I
boy.
that though is that you can really have all your freedoms, but if you want, you have to have this chip embedded in you. You know what I mean? Now, like I said, as long as you're not doing anything illegal, who cares if you're being tracked? Like, oh, I don't want the people tracking me. I don't like that. What if I'm taking a shit? Like, it doesn't matter. They don't care.
Not for nothing. What about people like me and many other Americans that can't afford to necessarily pay huge debts that collectors call them from every day, but then the government is allowed to track you, and these companies can buy into things like that. So one of these companies that I owe $14,000 to, let's say, is just like, oh, well, you see, you can't pay your debt, yet you've been chilling in Cali for 3 weeks. What's good, It screws somebody like me up a little bit.
That is true.
Yeah. Well, the thing is that it all kind of goes back to this, like we've had this thing, the honor system and all that, where you expect that people are going to do the good and right and fair thing, and unfortunately, the ones who either make the laws, enforce the laws, or have the money to pay off the people who do. Basically, those are the ones that get to tell us what's going on, and it's not fair because, look, we just want to be, doing our thing, and if it's not hurting you, who cares? But unfortunately, there's people who will do it for all the wrong reasons. Like you say, there's companies that'll buy it out. They'll get their information so that they can abuse it. Yep. Because what it is we don't have the right kind of enforcement. We're looking at, like, individual people, or like nitpicking, oh, he's doing that, he's, I don't know if he should be doing that. It's like, well, let's not worry about him or the 50 people like him. Let's worry about the big multi-billion-dollar companies that are making all this money because they're doing the same thing.
You shouldn't be able to, they shouldn't be able to sell that information. There's certain things that they shouldn't sell, and that's one of the things they really shouldn't. Like, if they do this, if it does pass, which, obviously we're going to have to come to a point where it is, they really shouldn't do that, and that's bad. But, it's going to end up happening anyways, because data is so vital and important in certain aspects that you can sell it. It's so valuable, and people just want to make money. We're in a free, free commerce, kind of market here where everyone just wants to make money off of information, and that just sucks, man, because we are going to have to deal with that, and they're going to start selling information, just like your personal information. We don't want that, and it will happen, and it's such a depressing thing to think about. But what are you going to do at this point? We're living in the era where the more people screw up, the more rules are going to be applied to it because of that. We got every day we got people shooting other people up, and it's just destroying the whole economy, and it's just putting people on their knees, striving for an answer to stop this. Like, oh, let's stop guns. Meanwhile, everyone's like, yo, that's not constitutional. We need our guns. Guns are important. Guns are great. And what it is that in the non-urban areas, guns are taken as a hobby and a sport. not as, you know, a weapon of killing. You know, more of the people that are in the city and urban areas are the ones that are saying, you know, oh, we need to ban guns. We need to, you know, they're so bad for us. And then the people in the country are like, yo, I shoot my gun every day at a wall. I mean, I shoot it into a, you know, a barrel of hay. You know what I mean? Like, they don't care. They do it for fun. But then again, all these crazy shootouts and things that are going on are due to, you know, people being so used to having guns and handling them that it's nothing. Like, pulling a trigger is nothing to them because they play with guns every day just for recreation. And it's causing people to think that, oh, we could just kill people much easier. I don't know how we got on this crazy topic here. This is funny.
Guns don't kill people, kill people.
Yeah, people kill people. You know,
Exactly.
there's a lot of wackos out there, you know?
You choose to pull that trigger, you know?
Yeah. I mean, like in New York and in other places in urban areas, there's shootouts and gun fights and people getting killed all the time, but it's not like announced on the news. Not like in a rural area, this guy went nuts and started shooting out to the cops. Well, that shit happens all the time, and it's just not put on the news. You know, we just it's just bound to happen. It's a fucking nightmare. Oh man. Oh, by the way, speaking of the middle of this chat, I want to add, if anyone, whoever is listening, if you guys want, we're available for help for Androids all the time. We are available on Downnet, pound Android, as well as our website, androidnoob.com. You can reach us on the forums. Be free to ask questions on the forums. You want a quicker answer, go to the chat room on IRC. You can download a Windows version at marc.com and get that. And you can just let out all the excrements you want. You could just sit and hang out with us and talk about anything Android or computer or electronic related. We're always down to have chats with you guys. You know, it's a great thing to have. Now, you guys ready for any other topics, or should we discuss further with this RFID thing? I mean, I could tell you all about little more things about it. Like we do have. In our page 1001.
I don't give a damn.
Yeah, we all don't give a damn about this. But it is the main topic of discussion. What can I say? You know, try out your NFC. Try out your credit card. See what has an RFID in it. This is a good thing to have. If you have an NFC-based phone, you know, check out all the RFID-based device things that you might have, like your license, your passport. See what has it and see what doesn't. You know, if I were you, I would keep the ones that do have it in a different place than the ones that don't. Keep your passport in a safe or somewhere covered in a shield. You never know. What's that say? Obamacare mandates RFID chips to be implanted in all Americans by March 23rd, 2013. That's a horrible thing.
Yeah, it's already been put into it. Whatever you call it, it's happening. I mean, it's going to go into effect.
Yeah, it's been put into effect.
Yeah.
It's going to be all kinds of controversy about it, though.
You know what the funny part is?
I mean, it's going to be something else on the news.
Where is it? Where is it on the news? Where is it on the media? Why is nobody freaking out about it now when we've been knowing about it for the past 2-3 years already?
It's one of those things that your government doesn't want you to worry about. That's why
and the government controls the media now.
Yeah, they're hiding the media. They're not letting the media post up articles about, you know, and having stories about it because they don't want people to freak out now. But when the time comes, everyone's going to start freaking out because it's just going to be a big thing. You know, we need to make a fuss of it ASAP before anything, you know, gets worse. You know, if you guys want to hear this, I actually did a speech. Joe knows about this, I think. I did a speech regarding RFID chips and the future with beholding us. I did a speech at my school, and they loved it so much that they actually, the Chancellor of CUNY got a copy of my speech that was given by a couple professors. Apparently, it's been published somewhere in a book or an article. I have no idea where. I haven't gotten word about it yet. I should contact my professor about it, but I graduated already, so it doesn't really exist anymore in my words. But it is somewhere out there published, and the Chancellor of CUNY, which is the city, you know, the head of the board of the city schools in New York, it's been brought up, and it's a big topic. Now, there's a lot of people that are like, it's just like iPhone lovers. Oh, you know, that's not going to happen. That's not, you know, it's like, oh, yeah, iPhone's the greatest. It's better than everything else. No, no, no. They don't want to make a fuss about it because they don't think it's going to be really happening. People don't believe that this is actually going to happen when it really is going to happen. This is a very big topic that nobody seems to care about in the media world. It's really stupid how people are just leaving it under the, under the mat, in the dark. Like it's nothing that's going to happen, when it's something that's really going to happen and we're all going to expect it. You know, we better just start making money now to save up for our healthcare and our pensions and stuff. You know, that's all going to end up getting taken away from us. You know, we already got an increase in our paycheck taxes. You know, especially if you're a married couple and making over $25,000 a year, which is every married couple, unless you're a really broke couple living on the street. That's pretty stupid. But like, you know, we're getting taxed left and right. We got to be prepared for this kind of thing that's going to happen to us, you know, in the near future. I hope for the best for all you guys with that, because I know I'm going to be.
It's on.
Where I end up, you know. Oh man. So, anyways, I feel so. Yeah, it's depressing. What was the next topic of discussion I had? I had another topic that was ready to go, and I really just forgot it. What the hell was the next topic of discussion? It was
flexible screens.
Oh, dude,
Yeah.
I love you, man. Flexible screens.
That shit is so cool.
Now, I haven't researched much on flexible screens. I just know what was released on what was that event that starts with a C? What the hell was that major event that happened? Come on, man.
CES.
Las Vegas.
CES.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, that was Yoon is a company, Y-O-U-N. They're a company that has worked with Samsung, and I believe they are working with Motorola as well. They are the first company to actually do the real research and make everything happen when it comes to flexible displays. By the way, I'm gonna post a link in the YouTube regarding the video announcing the flexible displays they have. There's actually 3 prototypes out currently by Samsung right now that are out for flexible displays. They are 3 different things that are not going to be a finished product at all, and one of them I believe is not even going to come out because it's kind of a stupid idea that could have been done a while ago with using a non-flexible display. But anyways, these displays, I think I'm not 100% on this, but they might have the elements of graphene in it, which is one of the reasons why the first show that we had going discussing graphene, I think this is one of the elements embedded into these displays. But anyways, these displays are a new innovation that we have coming. There's one device called, well, I don't remember what the name of it is. It's one of those code names that hasn't been released yet. But basically, I'm going to try to pull up a picture. It's a Samsung. It's kind of like a little box on the bottom, and then it kind of has this flexible flap coming out.
It's called a Youm. Y-O-U-M.
Yeah, Y-O-U-M is the company that's manufacturing them. Hold on a sec.
No, that's what they're calling the screen.
They're calling the screen Youm, because I know Youm is the actual country.
Yeah.
I mean, the company.
It says branded as Youm, yes.
Okay. Well, these displays are like, I'm actually going to pull up a picture right now for you guys. I should have had this ready before. It's a really cool looking display. I'm posting it right now. Oh, I gotta love slow loading stuff. Come on, slow loading stuff. Do your thing.
There you go.
Yeah, that's a really bad picture of it, though.
Oh, is it?
Here we go. Okay. That's kind of a generalized picture of what we're looking at right here. Now, it's not really a phone. It's just a prototype to show that we can actually make this happen. What they don't have made happen, and they haven't told the public yet, which is really stupid of them, is that that device does not actually have a touchscreen. It doesn't touch. It's just a display that displays perfectly just like any other display would, but it doesn't work if you actually touch it. It's just a prototype showing the flexible display and then the transformer on the end with the battery and whatever else it may be located inside. This is actually a dummy model that was made by Samsung and Yoon, the ones that made the company that made the flexible displays themselves. That's their first prototype, which isn't really a great prototype, but you know it's in the works.
Start shit.
Yeah, it is a start, which is a great start. Don't get me wrong. I wish my computer. I have so much stuff loaded right now. It's just being so slow right now. I love it. Slow computer. This is one of the first times I got to deal with that. But anyways, I'll show you another picture of it. This is another excellent picture of it in a hand display itself. Now these things, as you can see clearly, it is Samsung. These things aren't useful for that reason because, like I said, it's just kind of. Yeah, it's got. No, that's actually. Is that Android? No, that's Windows Phone that's on there. But
I
you know,
saw
the
one with an Android on it when I was
there are
Googling.
ones with Android on it. I'm going to show you the next ones they have up. Now, my screen is just acting a fool right now. Let's see if I can get it to go. I got these multiple displays are killing me right now. Now, this is the second. This is the second display that I'm about to show you that actually is not very useful as well to me. To me, I don't think it's going to be a successful thing. Now, this is the curved display. This is an actual phone that they said they have working. The touchscreen actually works, and at the edge of it has a curved screen. Now, what that allows you to do is, say you have one of those phones that has the cover on it that closes like a flap. Now, do you want the application Google Talk plugin to accept incoming plus acting crazy? Anyways, when you close it, you're going to have a little thing on the side that, say you get a message, it'll be a, come on, Android, get out of the way. You're going to have a little message that's going to come up on the side, a little electronic message that will say your text message, will say your appointment, it'll say, you know, whatever event, who's calling on the side of the phone. Now, to me, I guess it's a cool feature, but it's kind of stupid. I mean, come on.
Like reading the side binder of a book.
Yeah, you know, you can't look at the face of it. You can't see the cover of it to really know, is it really that necessary to have a curved side? Like it's a cool idea, but it's not something I don't think it's going to go far when it becomes that. They might come out with a model that has a curved edge just to be like, oh, it's a curved screen, whatever. Yeah. But I don't think it's
all right. I mean, or if they curved it even more, I mean, around all the way, but I mean, that's not even...
I don't see that happening, you know? Yeah, all the way around to the other end. Maybe like a full curve, like one complete screen from one end to the other side. That's pretty sweet, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I don't see that going anywhere, really. I mean, that's something that's kind of weird. Now, the third prototype they have released is something that's truly amazing that I think will make it and will get very far and will be big in the world. This is a collapsible display that actually, it's a phone that's kind of like a booklet, and when you open it up like this, it actually turns into a tablet. It instantly turns into, say, I guess a 5-inch tablet, or because
that's pretty cool.
Yeah, man, you fold it like this, you have it like this, it's a phone, right? And then as soon as you open it up like this, boom, you got yourself a tablet because it's such a flexible display. It's one giant solid screen. That is going to make it somewhere. These, I believe, are the future of our phones in the next coming years, the next, say, 3 years, something like that. This was honestly the best innovation out of all of them. This was probably one of the biggest things in CES to be released. Not those stupid scooters that ride themselves. Come on, man. I don't know if you guys saw that, but there is articles out there. The most innovative, intuitive, you know, invention at CES that was released was a scooter that rides itself. You just get on and it rides with hopes and dreams. Get the fuck out of here. How is that? You know, the guy that invented that is going to do the same thing. Yeah, the same thing as the guy that invented what is that? That thing that moves, the two-wheeler thing that all the security guards have?
The Segway.
Segway, yeah. The same thing the guy invented, the Segway, is going to happen to the guy that invented this piece of shit. He's going to ride it off a cliff. Sorry, that's really morbid and bad.
Is that really what he did?
Yeah, dude, look it up. The guy that invented, he rode one of his off of a cliff around the block of his house. And
did he do it on purpose?
I have no one knows if it's on purpose. No one knows.
You know what that reminds me of? You know that Bobby McFerrin, the guy that sang "Don't Worry, Be Happy," blew his brains out, right?
Wow, really? Way to go nuts.
It's one of those things. It's a Bobby McFerrin moment.
Yeah, it definitely is one of those.
You make a Segway and then you ride your shit off the cliff.
I just Segway off the cliff. What, did you lose control? Come on, man.
He hit a ramp, dude, and he lost it.
You lost it. How fast you going? It's a Segway.
Maybe his was cooking, man.
You can't jump off the back before you jump off a cliff? Crazy. He must have went nuts and committed suicide or something, man. That's just weird. I will post that link in the YouTube, by the way, about him jumping to his death. That sounds so bad. Why are we saying this? Can't believe things like that happen. My Android guy is having a ball. Oh, over here. He's having a ball right now. He's loving it. Oh, man. Anyways.
Mine keeps dipping off the screen to do God knows what.
Oh, your guy is really big. You could shrink him, by the way, if you want. You know, the side where it is.
Yep.
So these displays are going to be Awesome. What is that CW has up over there? I'm gonna focus that on the screen over here. This is an actual article that you have. Explain, CW. Explain what that is over there.
What do we got? I don't know. I was finding.
Oh, you're looking up different articles on it.
Yeah, just this flexible screen business. I was looking
that
up on Google.
Than I got right now because you have no idea the amount of things I'm hosting. Oh, and I got U-Turn open. What's wrong with me? I'm wondering what's going on right now. I got my laptop. I got that laptop back there. I got these two screens up here. Oh man, I'm a wreck.
Yeah, this
and
is
my phone and my tablet are doing
Samsung.
Wi-Fi. That's why everything is going nuts right now. I'm crazy on bandwidth.
Yeah, they got the video going on here.
There you go, man. All right, so yeah, I just can't wait to see that's the video right there. I'm gonna post that video on YouTube right there. That's the announcement. The OLEDs. Flexible screens from I don't know what this guy's name is. What you're showing right now is the extended video. This guy is kind of shooting the shit right now. He's not really talking about the details of the flexible screens. If you fast forward it, this is the extended version. There is a shortened version of this video available. This guy, by the way, is over happy. He's one of those Bob Ross happy about everything guys. This is a good thing. He's so happy about everything. There you go. He's announcing the actual flexible screen itself. That's the one with the side thing. And he's actually showing an example of, and look what happens when I get a message. And he closes it up, and he basically shows the side with the message. I mean, it's cool and all, but it's not like anything that is going to be serious. Yeah, look, he's like, oh, look, I have a message.
Is he that comedian that drinks scotch on stage while he tells jokes?
Dude,
no.
Like him.
Ron White, come on.
Yeah, Ron White, dude, that's him.
That's definitely him. Oh, man. He's over happy, though. And I love how your Android guy is watching him. He's just hovering over.
Yeah.
He's like,
Hey, he's got his shoulder, right?
He's following him. He's actually following him. That is great.
Yeah, you're not going to find that on YouTube.
No, man. How awesome is that? You got the edited version. Nice. So as you can see in the background, these are the 3 displays that they're showing right here. Oh, I didn't explain to you the other display. And this guy just loves his electronics. Yeah, he's the real. I think he's the CEO of Yoon.
He's the HNIC dog.
And this is the actual commercial they released. This girl is a techie whore. I have to just put it that way because, oh my God, what's that you got? Oh my God, and what's that? You have a much more higher device. That is amazing. You have to watch.
The Androids crack me up.
Yeah, I know. He's following everyone. He's gonna start. The Android. That chick is gonna end up with the Android. She's gonna end up sleeping with the Android. Look at him. He's all up on her.
He's like, I don't know. Your jacket smells. I like her. Oh.
Now look,
he freaked out. He's like, "What the fuck is that on my arm?"
Yeah, right. Look, she's hitting on him. She loves it. But that's an awesome device. Look at how she opens it, and look how it works. It's an amazing thing. This guy, look at that. It's a tablet, and boom, now it's a phone. That is the greatest thing. Now there's actually a 4th device I did not explain to you guys, did I not? I think I just mentioned 2. I don't even know if I mentioned 3.
3, you made 3.
Okay, so there's another one then that I didn't say. That's actually a scroll, like literally a scroll. Like you press, it's a stick. It's like a square-sized stick, and then you press a button and it comes out like a scroll. Like you're reading the minutes of a crazy old school thing. Look at that phone tablet. Okay, that's the end of the commercial.
That's pretty nice.
That is such a beautiful thing. But this is the best way to show it. Now watch this. Now watch her starting to whore this guy. Now look what this guy has. This is something totally new and great. Look at that. You press the button and boom.
Yeah.
It's a scroll and it's a tablet.
That's for guys with security issues. So
yeah, it's security issues exactly.
I like that one though.
That's a great thing because you can use the stick will be a phone. It'll be like a little stick phone, right? And then you don't need to have a whole thing, and then you just pull it out as a scroll. But
yeah, but then you're like reading a newspaper for 5 minutes. You know what I mean? That might get a little annoying.
It's a little doctrine. You're gonna end up being posting it on the front door of the castle, and you're what are you, Martin Luther? Yeah, there you go. Post it up on the wall of the.
I can't wait till I saw this article. I don't remember where I saw it. I wish I do. I would post it up. They have sunglasses that are going to show your phone screen now. It's Bluetooth, I think, or some shit. I saw that somewhere.
Well, Google Glass is doing stuff like that. I mean, it's got cell phone type thing in it.
Yeah.
And they got the webcam.
I like that. I like things like that.
They were doing that from I don't even know what they must have been using cell networks, I guess, but they had like those skydivers and the bike guys, and they had the live hangout with all of these guys fitted with Google Glass, and they're all switching it off.
Yeah, I can't wait to try one of those out. I definitely want to develop one of those things. I want to get my hands on one of those. I got to find some rich dude that says, I want you to make it search every girl around me and tell me their bra size. And I'll be like, all right, just give me a prototype and I'll be glad to try to make that work. You know what I mean?
Oh, come on.
Hey, I've gotten some...
Is it out yet?
No, it's not out yet. They just released the patents. It's actually, what they mean is they actually sent in the patents to the office, which means that it's officially guaranteed it's going to be released. Like, if Google is releasing the patents, it means that it's officially going to be something that they're going to create, you know? So it's going to come out. There is no release date. It's probably not going to be out till next year. I don't even think it's going to be this year. I think it's going to be next year, in all honesty. But, you know, we'll wait. We don't know what to see until then. Now, with these flexible displays, we're not even talking phones here. We're talking other things that this can benefit from very easily. Like, we have no idea what it's going to be, what's going to become. These flexible displays, remember that they're flexible. They can go on anything. So think about cars in the future. Where we're going to be. Imagine people hooking up a car. They got flexible displays in their rear view. Their rear view mirrors have a display on it. You know what I mean? They got displays on their dashboard. They got them on their windshields. They got them outside their car. They got imagine a flexible display wrapped around your car. You know, an actual moving display that you can customize on your car itself. You know, create your own signs that move and stuff like that. There are going to be some crazy innovations with certain things that are going to be coming out. You know, who knows how big they can make these. I don't even know what camera. Wait, hold on. Is that the right camera? Which is the right camera? There's too many cameras here. Oh, okay. This is right. Is that the right one? Yeah, that's the right one. There you go. Hey, look at this. What you got? What kind of car you got going here? Is there any flexible display in there? You're looking up stuff, aren't you?
Yeah, the whole. Yeah, live. You know.
Oh,
gotta supplement the
Corning. That's the Corning commercial. The
Corning a day made of glass.
A day made of glass.
That whole center console is just a touch screen.
Yeah, man, that's gonna be awesome. There's actually two or three videos they made with different versions of them.
Yeah. There's 1 and 2. I know. I haven't seen a third one, but
I did see. I think there's 2 or 3. I don't remember how many that I saw. Now, Tesla. We were discussing that earlier in the channel, but they actually, I think their dashboard, their center console, like you just saw, I think the Tesla ones have a giant display. The whole thing is based on one display. I don't think it's a flexible display, but it's literally one giant display, which is really cool. I mean, I saw it. They actually had it in the local mall by me. I had to go in there and start asking them a whole bunch of questions about the way it works. It's incredible. Is it the Tesla? Is that the inside of it? That looks like it.
That's it.
Yeah. That's it.
That's it, right? Yeah, that's the one. That's the one I saw.
Yeah, and the whole instrument panel, that whole thing. Everything.
Everything is all.
I think NVIDIA had a hand in that, didn't they?
I believe so. Yeah, because the chips and everything. I mean, and you know what's great is that GM and Ford are on board with making Android based into their systems. Their whole entire systems are all going to be Android based, which is going to be something.
There you go. There's proof that it's Tesla.
It is Tesla, right? Yep, there you go. That's the one that I saw. Incredible, man. They're gonna. All these cars need to look like that, and even the outside, inside and out. That car is a beauty. I have to say. Yeah, look at that. That's the way a dashboard should look. I'm not too into the logo, but the center console. That's how a center console should be, man.
Yeah.
Completely.
The logo I can handle. It's nice and clean.
It looks like the Texas A&M logo. Over there, you know?
Right.
The big horns, you know. Yeah, we got a lot to look forward to when it comes to screens like that, but these innovations are different. Yeah, there you go.
Dude, I'm a Google Pro, man. I don't need to show my ugly mug. I can just show some pictures as we're talking.
Right?
I'll be the media screen. Check that out.
Yeah. Oh man. Yeah, so I mean, I'm loving this, man. We're gonna have some great innovations. I'm glad to be alive in this era right now. I just hope that we get up to space and we can take an elevator up there by the time before I croak, you know? That'd
Yeah,
be nice.
same here.
Yeah,
Oh
man.
yeah.
Let's just hope the world doesn't end before that either. No, I don't. I'm not a believer for any of that. Definitely don't believe any of that crap.
No.
Now, I did want to discuss data recovery. I don't know if you guys want to get into that or not. Yeah.
Somebody doesn't.
I'm fighting with data recovery issues right now. I'm so
Data
mad.
recovery is a big thing, and not many people are even aware of the abilities of what you can do to data recovery these days. I mean, you have no idea, like, not you, I'm not saying anyone in specific, but data recovery goes a long way, man. No, you have no idea how many files that you realize that you think you deleted that are actually still there. You know.
Yeah.
Yep.
I guess let me move on to that topic, I suppose. Now, say you have a data recovery could be on any media format, by the way. Any memory format can be done. It is very easy to do data recovery as well. Now, you think like, oh my God, I got this, this I can't get these files that I lost off of it. Well, you actually can without having to pay hundreds or even thousands, depending on who you're getting suckered by. But there are ways that you can get you can recover the data yourself. Hold on a second. Let me get the camera switching off here. Okay. Now, when it comes to data recovery, man, you can use SD cards, compact flash cards, hard drives. They work on anything. Even your phone, you can do it on. Tablets, old computers, anything you want. Excuse me. Now, depending on the media, it's all about if your computer can read it. It doesn't need to read the partition. It doesn't need to read. It just needs to know that there is a file system available and that the device that you have actually powers up. If you get data if you get a hard drive or you get a memory card, say you get a hard drive that the motor inside died, the spindle doesn't turn, the needle doesn't even touch, the heads are all out of calibration, anything is wrong, you're gonna have to go and get it. You're gonna have to get it repaired. You're gonna have to get it rebuilt, depending on really what the seriousness and the integrity is left of the hard drive itself. If you have a memory card that's been burned, melted, half of it is gone, pretty much kiss it goodbye. But there are very likely instances where you can recover the data from memory cards. But in most cases, memory cards, once it's lost, it's lost. It's very hard to recover memory cards. I mean, if I'm wrong, post a comment in the YouTube channel for all, explain to me that I'm wrong. I would love to hear it. But none that I've heard of where you can recover memory cards that have been the file system has been completely corrupted due to physical conditions. Hard drives, on the other hand, you can always rebuild. As long as the platters are still intact, you can rebuild them. I just did hard drive recovery on a PCB board that actually had one of the solenoids, I'm not sure what it was on there, was literally fried. Like, you could look at the all right, when you have let me pull one out right now, actually. Oh, it's a Maxter. It's a Maxter. You gotta love these things. Anyways, you get a hard drive. This is an IDE. You got SATA. It's the same exact thing. The component looks exactly the same. It's just connectors are different. But anyway, and SATA is plug and play as opposed to the IDEs, which aren't as plug and play. Now, every hard drive has what's called a PCB board on the bottom. These PCB boards, these are not what contain, or the people that don't know, these are not the parts that contain the actual memory of the hard drive. These are the components that basically run the hard drive and drive the hard drive. The chipset of it, it controls the motor, the motor speeds, controls the power up. It has the BIOS on it. Mainly, the BIOS is the most important part of these boards. Now, a lot of times, what people don't realize, what happens is the hard drive breaks, right? Well, it doesn't. Say you plug it in, it doesn't even power up. Nothing happens, right? What happens is actually this PCB board might have been fried. If this PCB board is fried, the hard drive is completely recoverable. If you get the click of death, then you got the click of death, which means that when you power it up, it goes, which, I'm sure a lot of you have heard, most of you in this chat actually right now have heard. But the click of death is one thing that you have to go and get it you can actually, there's certain instances where you can do a low-level connection or an actual direct connection where I've had power supplies run a slightly higher voltage to these things, and it actually got it to power up. Because once it passes that ticking phase, if you can get it to power up, you can actually recover the data in that one instance, as long as you don't lose the power from that one time, and that's it after that. I've actually gotten it to do that. You can do that with a high-powered power supply. It's in my office. I don't have it with me. Or you can do it with a direct power supply connection to this, which I do have. It connects directly to the power connector port of the hard drive, directly to your outlet. That runs a direct 12-volt DC connection, but that in most cases won't work. But these are good for certain reasons. Now, the PCB board, if you say you have a faulty PCB board, say the hard drive doesn't power up, well, you don't know if it's, say it's not the cylinder or the heads or the sectors or the needle that's misaligned, say it's nothing inside the mechanical components that's broken, then it might be the board. Now, let me take for an instance, I just had a client where they had a 500 gig hard drive that had over 110,000 clients. Their entire company was based on their hard drive, and they didn't have it backed up. I don't know why they didn't, and I'm the IT. I guess it's my own fault because I should have let them know ahead of time they should back it up, but it's not my problem, and it ended up happening. So I had to replace it. Now, their hard drive wouldn't even power up. I found the PCB board online. You can't just take the same model and brand name hard drive that you have and expect the PCB board to match up with it. You actually need one of the same firmware. It has to have the same firmware. If it doesn't have the same firmware and you buy the identical PCB board, brand name, model, and everything, it's not going to work. It might work if it's off by 0.01 decibel number, numerical form. Like, say you have a 0.05 kernel. Did I say kernel? Is that what I meant? I just got lost there. Well, anyways, you want to get
firmware version. Just keep it simple.
You want to get the same firmware version. So say you get one 1.05. If you get one that's 1.04, it might work. But you got to check compatibility. You could Google a bunch of things, see if you can get answers.
Yeah, because the thing is, the way that the data is encoded on the drive, you'll be screwed.
Yeah, you will be screwed. So this one has. It doesn't say. Because it's a Maxter. I want to throw this fucking thing into the wall right now. Ready?
This adapter, by the way, is the exact same USB adapter that I use.
Boom! That's the same one that I use too. I love that one. That's the one I was talking about. And if you look at the component on the left, that's the actual plug-in part that I was saying that goes directly into the hard drive. It also has an adapter at the tip to turn it into a SATA power adapter.
It's basically This is basically a 25-watt power supply right there.
That's a 25 watt? Yeah, that makes
something
sense.
like that.
Does that get?
And it's 12 volts.
This was like $20.
Oh, that's not bad.
No, and it does everything. It's IDE, SATA. It's got the adapter in case you need the power adapter from your power supply. It's got the SATA connection from here to your hard drive.
Yep, everything's good on that.
And you can do notebook and 3.5 drives on that.
I got one of those myself. Actually, let me go get that. Aha!
Yeah, I got my box for it somewhere, but it's all actually in my computer case.
All right, I got it right here. I just happen to have it out. This is an awesome.
So do I.
Anyone who wants to just have a recovery, you should definitely have one of these things. I'm telling you, bro, it is great. Now look, this is what do you call it? Kingwin. I paid $20 for this.
Kingwin.
Actually, I paid $15.
No.
Vantec. You got the box of it actually. See now, if you see here, it's got a 2.5 IDE connector over here. That's for the old school laptop hard drives, the old school laptop ones. This actually maintains a power and a data connection all in one. That was only the 2.5 IDEs back in the day. Now you got the other side is a 3.5 IDE for things like this piece of crap Maxter drive where you can literally just plug it in. And it works just like that. What I have hanging out here is obviously a SATA cable, which plugs into a SATA drive. And then the other component that I have is this right here, which is the power connector, like you were just showing. That's a SATA connector. It's got a pigtail which goes to a regular PATA or EIDE if you want to call it, and these go directly into a outlet socket. They're great things to have. If you plan on doing data recovery, it's worth the effort of buying one of those to spend the $20 rather than going to a specialist and pay $200 to $400. Now, all right. So when you have these things, it's useful for that purpose. If you're doing hard drive data recovery, if you're doing memory card recovery, it's also useful to get an external card reader. You want one with a fast response. You want one with one of those mini SD connectors that connect from the USB port to the SD card reader. You don't want to do a data recovery on one of those built-in card readers in the front of the computers because those things just suck and they never, ever, ever work. As well as the ones I'd say on laptops. If it's not I'll be honest with you, if it's not an Apple laptop, the SD card readers usually suck on all PC laptops. The SD card readers really suck. You need to get an external one. Yeah, they never work. I've actually had one of my laptops, my Lenovo laptops, if you put an SD card in there, it will corrupt the entire SD card. As soon as you plug it in, it won't read it and it will corrupt it permanently where you have to do data recovery on it to retrieve whatever you had on there. That sucks.
Yeah.
But anyways, now what I was saying with the data recovery, the beauty part of it is a lot of it is very software based. If you can get the memory base itself to power up, such as the hard drive or the memory card, it doesn't need to read the partition, but it just needs to know that one exists. It could be raw data, it could be corrupted data. Now the rest of it, when it comes to this, is all software based. There are several bits of software to use. Now, I know CW recommends some. I recommend others. I personally use them and saved companies thousands, and I've even almost screwed companies with thousands and retrieved their information and got it back and was safe. Now, let me give you a brief story right here. There's a photography studio near me that their entire server hard drive, they wanted me to put it into a RAID array, so that it was, a mirror imaged array, so that if it copies to one hard drive, it copies to the next. They had a 1 terabyte drive. Now, I was going to set up their RAID array. What happened was, I don't know what happened. One of my partners did. Joe knows him. Where's Joe? Is Joe here? Joe left. Oh, okay.
The thing is, you can't join an existing drive to a RAID array and keep your data.
Yeah, you have to start. Yeah, it starts it fresh. It reformats it. So you gotta do it the right way. Now, I mean, if you have the right RAID card set up, you could literally just copy the entire hard drive to the other, and then set them up set the RAID array up, and then just put it together, and it should automatically work. I believe so.
Oh yeah, if you set it up as at least a RAID 1. If you've got more drives than that, if you've got at least 3 drives, you can do a RAID 10, which gives you both the mirrored, which is a backup, and the 0 for the speed.
Yeah.
RAID 0 is not actually RAID in a sense because it doesn't have any fault tolerance, no redundancy, but it is for raw speed.
RAID!
Kills bugs dead.
Kills bugs dead. You had it right there.
Of course.
CW, is that a steering wheel in front of you?
That is.
What? Oh, you got your car steering wheel for your car?
I was about to say, it looks like a steering wheel.
That's what it is.
That's what's up.
That's the old.
Nice, you're ready to rock on the game. What game you bought? Gran Turismo, right?
Gran Turismo. Nice. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why my camera's all crazy because.
A shitload of cokes.
Wow.
There we go. Yes, that's my Coke collection. Thank you. But anyways, that's backwards again. Why is it looking backwards?
Now it's right side.
Okay. I don't know. That's so weird. Well, because I don't usually have the camera this direction. That's why. Because if I flip it this way, then everything it's upside down and backwards.
No, it's literally upside down. That's weird, man.
Well, it's because that's the front camera, that's my keyboard, and that's me. Hi. We can go all the way around. Yeah, I got
just like the steering wheel goes around and round and round.
Yeah, this is and then you get the steering wheel's pretty cool. I know it's not Android, but whatever. I don't think I can do this with one hand while showing the camera. I can't see what I'm doing. It's this, and the paddle.
Is that for PS3?
Or it's computing.
PS2 it actually will, but it was made for the PS2 Gran Turismo 4 release. But if I do this, you hear the click, and I have 2 lights, and it's now a 900 mode. It's very hard to turn when it's not in a game, but it'll go all the way around. Yeah, just like a regular wheel, 2.5 turns.
Hit the NOS! Hit the NOS!
That would be right there.
You have a NOS button?
That's well, I mean, it's not labeled NOS, but that's what I map it to in Need for Speed. I got my need for that, and I got recovery, and I got all the power-ups over there on the hat switch.
Nice.
You got the pedals?
I got the companion joystick. Of course I got the pedals. They're down there. You probably can't see them because it's nice.
Are they mounted good?
Yeah, they're down there in the mess of wires. That's all you can see is the wires behind my desk. I
got a big bird's nest I got to deal with as well.
There we go. There's some light. If I can get the camera angled on it. There they are. We have pedals.
I'm posting this live broadcast everywhere.
But anyways, so those are my toys. I play with. I get some full enjoyment out of Battlefield from that.
What, the steering wheel? You can ride the tanks with the steering wheel?
Oh heck yeah! And the tanks, the boats, the.
You really can?
The jeeps, the planes. Yes, of course.
Oh, dude, that sounds awesome.
Both at once.
Huh, that's cool.
Yeah, of course. Let's
Nice.
see. Am I right side up again? I can't tell.
All right, there you go. Yeah, you're back now.
Yeah, but I don't know if I'm the right side. No, I think you're backwards again.
Joe's laptop took a crap, so that's why he got disconnected, unfortunately.
So I have to flip both of. That's so weird. When I flip my when I flip the camera on one axis, I have to flip both axes to get non-inverted. Weird. But anyway, whatever.
Let's see if I can find this. I actually have a... Oh, I have it right here. No, that's not it. I have too many parts. Oh, I do have it. All right. All right, check this out. I'm going to go back to the topic now. This is a PCB board. This was the custom thing I was just telling you about earlier that it actually fried. Now, let me see if I can find it right here. I wish I could take a picture of it, but I don't know how clearly you can see it. Right there, where my finger is actually a burnt. It's very hard to see, but it's burnt. And get out of the way, Android.
He's like, don't show it, don't.
Yeah, right. It's actually burnt right there. Now, this I replaced with, well, if I don't have the hard drive anymore, the company has it now. All I had to do was take it apart, replace this part, put it back, and it powered right up, and it worked like it never broke. Beautiful thing because I got to recover all their data, everything came back again. That's one of the bits of data recovery that I find important when it comes to hard drives. Your hard drive may not be completely dead if you just replace this PCB board. This PCB board costs $20 shipped. Depending on what brand name and model and type of hard drive you have, they differ in price, and also depends on where you get it because this is obviously a used one, and it came from somewhere else. I just kept this for reference purposes to show that it actually has a burn mark on it right there. It's a beautiful thing that you can actually just replace something like this, and it literally took me about 10 minutes to take it apart carefully and swap them out. It's just a matter of unscrew this, unscrew that, take this heat shield off, or whatever it may be. Now, when it comes to other types of data recovery, though, the software part, like I said, you have different software you use, I have different software I use. The first bit of software that I recommend, the first step to seeing if you can get your data back is it depends on what kind of data you're trying to recover first of all, because if, say your partition is corrupted and you cannot access the partition, then that's the number one problem that you have to deal with. If that's the problem, you have to use what I call, the program I recommend is called Photo REC, which I will post a link to in the YouTube channel. Photo Rec, I guess you can call it Photo Rec. Photo Rec actually tries to recover lost partitions on the drive that are not recoverable. Or if you have a lot of times what happens when you have a corrupted hard drive is the partition itself, it actually gets lost. Say you initially have an NTFS partition or a FAT32, which is the typical Windows partitions from back in the day. NTFS is the standard now for Windows. If you have one of those partitions and say it gets corrupted, it ends up becoming what's called a raw partition, which is it has no type of partition. It's just raw data spit out onto the platters. If that's the case, you gotta use the software called PhotoRec. Like I said, I will post a link to it in the YouTube channel under the description. And that software is free as well. It's a basic DOS utility that you can download. It's very small in size. And look at this. He's got it open over here. Look at that. You got the picture of it and everything. PhotoRec, digital picture recovery. Now, PhotoRec has two different utilities on it. It has the partition recovery, which is actually, I think personally, it's more useful than the photo recovery utility that's built into it itself. I don't think it recovers photos as well as the other bit of software that I'm about to talk about. But PhotoRec is good for recovering lost partitions if you cannot find them. That's the first step I would take if you know the partition is not recoverable. If you do
and you
have
can see from their picture that they support all those different kinds of media too.
Oh yeah, it's from hard drive, SD, CF flash. What is that? Mini
compact disc.
Yeah, they got the Sony memory sticks. Every bit of software really. It even has. Is that CDs? Are they counting CDs? Is that if you have a CD that's scratched?
Yeah, it's a CD. Yeah.
It's
a CD.
But I don't believe you can recover a scratched CD. I don't know if you can recover that.
Well, no. I mean, if the CD is scratched and screwed, you're screwed. But like if it was a UDF format, for example, it'd be kind of the same thing as a flash drive, where you basically deleted your pictures, but you're like, oh my gosh, I didn't mean to delete that.
Yeah.
And so you use this software and you can get it back.
Yeah, or if you have like
it does not go to recycle bin when you delete it off of network drives or portable media like that.
Yeah, a lot of people don't realize that. You still have your recycle bin. So first things first, check your recycle bin. Make sure you didn't just, erase it temporarily.
If you deleted it from the hard drive, you can check the recycle bin because it's probably there. But if you deleted it from a network drive or one of these cards or a CD or something, then it might be lost.
Yep.
Until you use this data recovery software, then you're all good.
That's an excellent bit of software right there. Is that one of the ones that you were considering recommending? I mean, was that the one?
This is
something different, right?
Where's a 5? Because they're up to 5.0 now. They don't have a. There we go. There we go.
Handy recovery. See, I've never tried that. What's that? Fail. Error 500.
we got a fail. All right, let's do.
Let's just hope that the recovery software doesn't fail when you try to use it.
No, it definitely doesn't. It works really well.
Yo, Lewis, wake up!
I mean, I'm awake, dude.
You look like you're passing out.
No, I'm sitting here actually looking. I'm about to download that software.
Oh, which
PhotoRec.
Oh, PhotoRec is great for that purpose. Handy recovery what is that mainly good for? Do you think personally?
Well, I mean, it's a data recovery. It also doesn't care about partitions or format type. In fact, I've done something kind of sounds a little crazy. I'll give you a backstory. One time I used it to actually, let's see, how did I hook them up? I can't remember. I had there were a couple of Lachey drives, these external crazy enterprise class external drives. I didn't know it, but they were Mac formatted, and somebody claimed that we can't get the files off of it. Well, they were probably hooking it up to a Dell computer, like they all had Dells in the office, and of course it's not going to read a Mac format. Windows doesn't read Mac. Mac can read Windows, but not the other way around. Linux as well can read Windows partitions. But anyway, so I went into it and I'm like, well, okay, let's do data recovery. I got my famous program, and I actually, what did I do? I had this virtual setup because what I did is I used the program at home on my home computer. So I was like remoted there. but I had this virtual USB over network thing, and it actually treated the drives as if they were physically connected to my computer at home over the network, over the internet.
That's cool.
And it still got the data recovery. It found the partitions. It found all these files, and I'm like, well, all the files are here. And then I find out later that it was actually Mac formatted. I'm like, oh well. Now you tell me, hook it up to a Mac, and then we'll just copy the files.
Yeah,
that's all we had to do. We had a Mac over in the office, yeah. So that's handy.
Now, if you want to know something, there actually is software now that's out that works excellent, and I use it on a very frequent basis. It's called Mac Drive, and it actually allows you to use. You can connect Mac, Mac formatted journal, OS X journaled format drives into Windows, and it works. And you could take a Mac portable drive. You could plug it right into your computer, and it works just like every other drive. Problem is that Mac has all these stupid hidden directories and files that they have in every single directory. Yeah, you go, Mac Drive. You're good with that, man. You find stuff right away.
I'm telling you, man.
Excellent. I'm telling you.
My Google foo is good.
Yeah, you're quick on the Google stuff. I can't because I'm working with too many screens right now, and it gets confusing. I'm trying to. You know what it is? I'm trying to control the broadcasting of the picture of who gets what picture right now. Like right now, it's focused on your Mac Drive. So it gets confusing, but yeah, Mac Drive is an excellent bit of software to use for viewing Mac drives, Mac formatted hard drives on a Windows computer, and it's helped me out so many times because I have to deal with Macs all the time due to doing my work and stuff, graphic design and whatnot, publications. But given that, I don't know, it wouldn't make a difference in file recovery if you use Mac Drive or not. It's about if you could just read the partition or not. So you could read a partition and recover a Mac hard drive on Windows with no problem. It won't actually affect it. Maybe when you're doing the actual recovery back to your hard drive, it'll affect if you have certain Mac file system formats. Certain files can't be read on a Windows NTFS file system. The name lengths and whatever limitations it might have, but in most cases it doesn't. FAT32 has the limitations, I think, of 32 characters or however many characters the file name could be in length.
260, including path and null.
Damn, you're good with that. All right. So that and the path takes up a long bit.
Right.
The path is what really takes up the length.
Right.
But yeah, that's good for that purpose. And and I wanted to mention the other bit of software, which I think is even more useful than PhotoRec, because I've had it save my ass in recovery so many other times, is called, this is something you might want to pull up too, it's called active file recovery and active partition recovery. Active file recovery is one of the most amazing things. Now, I've used older versions of active file recovery, and I've used newer versions. The newer ones are, I think, version 9 and up, but active file recovery that's the one right there, is literally, that is honestly, in my opinion, the best file recovery software out right now.
ActiveAt, yeah.
And I've recovered, when I mentioned that photo studio that had over a terabyte of photos, all their clients were on this one hard drive of all their archived pictures and stuff, weddings and bar mitzvahs and sweet 16s and whatever photo shoots they had in their studio. I corrupted, the whole entire file system got corrupted, and I thought I was screwed. So it took me a week. It took me 3 days to read the 1 terabyte bit, and then it took me a week to recover the 1 terabyte bit of all images and stuff like that. That's their original. That's the one I'm used to seeing, their logo and stuff like that. Yeah, that's the splash screen, I think, that pops up.
Yep.
Active file recovery is great if you can read the partition perfectly fine, and the integrity of the hard drive is still intact, where the motor, everything is working, the platter is not scratched, everything is fine. It's just that the data got lost, or the partition got corrupted for whatever reason, due to power surges, or basically you ended up reformatting the hard drive accidentally, or you got a crazy virus that corrupted your entire file system, or whatever the scenario may be. As long as you didn't erase the data, or you didn't like physically hard, low-level formatted, you can recover it. I mean, even if you low-level format, in most cases, as long as the DoD standards, Department of Defense standards is over 9 rewrites. If you write over the hard drive, if you set all the data bits to zeros, all the my terminology is off right here. If you set the zeros and ones,
sectors or something.
Not the sectors, the binary code. If you reset all the binary code in the hard drive to zeros, and you set it over 9 times, then it will officially erase. If you do it up to like 4 times, if you do a low-level format 4 times on the hard drive, you still are able to recover most of the files, surprisingly, which is kind of cool to know that, SpinRite, is that a bit of software you're talking about?
No, that's but that'll get stuff if you have actually low-level formatted and whatnot a drive, that will recover it. It does some fierce things.
Oh, cool.
This is in fact, that's part of it. The Dynastat.
Is that one of those boot on starts on boot, like it doesn't run off the hard drive, it runs off a CD or a USB stick?
Right, yeah, you boot it. I've got it on floppy and CD.
Oh, cool. Yeah, in most cases, what I just do is I run it externally on a separate computer with a solid power supply. You also want to make sure when you do recovery is that you don't have your power supply being sucked up by like high-performance graphics cards or CD burners or like intense sound cards or any multimedia products that you have plugged into your computer.
Yeah, I think that's going to do interference.
Yeah, it does interfere. I mean, it pulls down the voltage as well as not really the voltage. It creates
electrical noise too on the wires.
Yeah, exactly. It makes it more difficult to recover it. So you want to try to not touch the computer when doing it. And like I have a computer I use specifically for data recovery if I ever need to, which is actually the one, not the one directly behind me. That's a laptop, but the one behind it. That's my data recovery computer right back here. And that thing will run for weeks on end doing data recovery on certain things if I have to. Now, like I said, you can use memory cards, you can plug them in, and you can use active file recovery for that. Active partition recovery is the same software vendor that makes it, but it's for recovering partitions at a time. If you have a lost partition, or in most cases, active partition recovery isn't as useful as the file recovery. The file recovery is much more useful. I mean, partition recovery is if you repartitioned it several times, and then there was several back that you wanted to recover. That's where it would be. And then partition recovery is also good for if you have a corrupted partition, or the header of the hard drive is corrupted, or the boot sectors don't match the heads, the cylinders. You want to change the numbers that the hard drive head reads to the computer. You want to match it up to the OEM defaults, or if you want to change it specifically, or manually, you can actually do that. That's what active partition recovery is good for, as you can see right there with the splash screen. That's pretty good for certain circumstances, but in most cases, you don't need to use that. It did help me though recover a couple partition heads one time when that you boot the hard drive and all of a sudden the partition, it can't read the partition for some reason. You're like, what the hell happened? If that happens, you could try running that, but I would try running PhotoRec before that. PhotoRec could probably recover the partition automatically compared to this one. This one has a whole other set of features that does that. Now, when you run active file recovery, remember you need to have a place to spit out the recovered documents and files that you want to recover. You can also choose specifically what files you want to recover in one shot. So if you want to just recover .doc files, .jpg, .gif, BMP, .avi, 3gp, MOV, most people want to basically recover documents, XLS. They want to recover pictures, and they want to recover movies. So in most cases, it gives you the general sense of what to recover in active file recovery. Yeah, what you have open right now is exactly what I'm talking about. You can recover certain types. You can recover all.
Somebody's calling me at midnight. That's interesting.
Now, what he's showing on the screen,
on air.
That's actually a much older version of active file recovery. That's probably around the 5.0 version. So that pull-down file type doesn't exactly exist. there's actually a multiple selection now that you can choose compared to that one. That one is kind of a very old and not as advanced version of active file recovery, but they do have it is a similar screen when it comes to recovering what and to find. And then once it recovers it, then you got to right click and hit recover, and then it'll ask you where do you want to recover it to, and it'll recover to a certain directory. This works excellent for photos especially. It works great for memory cards that you had in digital cameras. Now, if you have, just for shits and giggles, if you feel like you're bored one day and you have a memory card from a camera that you had from way back, and the memory card doesn't have many pictures on it, but you had that memory card for a long time, go ahead and try active file recovery on it and see what images you actually have on there. You would be surprised. You'd be like, oh, I remember taking that picture back in 1998. Like you find images that you took from way back when you first got the memory card, and you're like, wow, I can't believe it still has these photos on here. Pictures of people that you forgot all about, pictures of past lovers and things like that. You'd be amazed to find, and you're like, damn, this is crazy. You get to recover this stuff, It also works great when you have people that saying, oh, I got these files, they got erased, I don't know if you can recover them, or, I got this memory card from my husband, and I think he took naked pictures of this girl that he's cheating on me with. Go ahead and try to recover them. Who knows what the hell happens? You know what I mean? Like, you'll find some crazy shit when it comes to these memory cards. It works also on jump drives. It works on anything. So be wary when it comes. In the moral of all this, be wary about what you put on your portable media when it comes to bad stuff like that. You never know what people, if they find your shit, what they can recover as opposed to personal documents such as legal documents, credit card numbers, anything that you might have that you want people to have on your memory cards, on your external devices. You never know what people can recover off of them. So, be wary when it comes to that. Always have a clean memory card set. If not, do the DoD passing. There's I forgot the name. There is software. I can't think of it on the top of my head. If I figure it out, I will post it in the YouTube links in the description below.
Lots of it.
Yeah, there is one. There is a bunch, but there actually is there's this really good software that I had that it follows DoD standards. It does 9 passes to delete single files at a time, or multiple if you like. But it's integrated into the shell of Windows. And say you want to delete a file, you can literally right-click the file, and then instead of just hit delete, it'll say delete with and the name of the software. I got to figure out what the name of that software is. But
there's a bunch of Acronis makes one of them.
Acronis was one of them that I used to use. I think that might have been the one. I'm not sure if you could say the name.
I know their default. That's another
DriveWipe?
one. Yeah,
that wasn't the one. That's not the one I remember. But it literally, to delete like one file, it'll take like a minute. But that minute, it completely wipes it out from your hard drive clean, and you won't ever have to. It won't ever come back. So if there's something like personal you don't want, you just do that hard drive wipe. You do that real hard wipe, and it'll delete it completely off your hard drive forever. I mean, that works great for that purpose. What is that you got open there? Oh, just a big pile of hard drives. That's an old one right there. Those are a bunch of old hard drives. Dude, that must be like an 800 and 500 megabyte hard drive, 250 megabyte hard drive in the background. That looks like a Seagate on the right. That looks like a Western Digital on the bottom. An old school Western Digital, like that must be like one of the 800 megabyte ones. The one on the top in the middle, that's like a 400 megabyte, 250 megabyte right there. Yeah, that one. That's an old one right there. And then the one on the left has the metal chassis. That one, that's probably like a 800 to a 1 gigabyte hard drive right there. That's kind of crazy, man. Maybe a 40 gigabyte up to could be possible. But those are some old hard drives right there, man. Wow.
Yeah. Random image.
Right there in the mate. That's cool. And
right next to the Dolphins.
Yeah, right next. I don't know how that came into being part of hard drive recovery right there, but
I don't know. But I guess they're selling a hard drive and they got a picture of a dolphin. Yeah, I don't know what that has to do with it.
It's not a barracuda.
That's marketing. It's like Apple.
Oh boy.
Yeah, something like that, right? So what is the other software that you were saying to recover? Because PhotoRec and Active File Recovery were my favorites personally.
Yeah, the Handy Recovery. SoftLogica, handyrecovery.com.
HandyRecovery.com. That sounds like, and is that like specific to certain types, or is that general, like just like the other ones, like Active File Recovery?
No, it's completely general, yeah. And like I say, I had that story where I even did it remotely over a virtual USB network connection to Mac external hard drives.
I can't believe you can actually do that. That's insane.
That was pretty cool, and I set that up without rebooting anything. So, yeah.
What is going on with my computer lately? Jeez. I haven't used my MacBook in a while. It says your Mac OS X startup disk has no more space available for application memory. Oh, I ran out of hard drive space. That's right. I forgot about that.
Nice.
Yeah, software update. Gotta quit. Well, it was only a 250 gig in here that I had, so I gotta force quit some stuff. What do I got here? I can force quit Illustrator. Yeah, you gotta go Illustrator. Anyway, it's frozen. Literally, like my screen is frozen now on there. I don't even know if you guys can see me in active video.
Yeah, your video's fine.
Working.
Oh, good. I'm surprised. It's frozen for me. Well, I got my other computer anyways. Let me see here. So I don't know, man. I guess that's all I could say about file recovery. I mean, anyone has any questions in the YouTube viewers, feel free to post questions on the comments section. I'll be glad to answer them. Otherwise, again, you can go to the Android channel on DownNet, #Android on IRC. You can post a question in the forums under androidnoob.com/forums. Links to all these will also be posted in the description of the YouTube channel. Anything else you guys got to discuss about hard drive recovery and data recovery itself?
No, I'm gonna try some neat stuff tomorrow.
There's so many directions we can go, but yeah.
Oh, yeah, I know.
There's
a lot with data recovery. I mean, like I said, that's basically how it ends up with if you ever get get your stuff taken away from the FBI, they can pull stuff up that you have no idea that they could even do, And burning hard drives doesn't work because they're made of metal. So stop trying to burn and incinerate hard drives, you fools. You
can't always stick a real good magnet on it, though.
Oh yeah, little neodymium.
What's that?
A badass like 300-ounce magnet. Set that right on top of it, man. That thing's fried.
Yeah, but I think that the hard drive is still there. I mean, think of the hard drive platters as like a vinyl record. It's a platter with dots and dashes.
No, it's not.
Well, I mean the older ones, I would say, but
no, they're not.
They're not really.
No, optical is. You're thinking of CDs.
Yeah, I guess I'm thinking of CDs.
CDs are etched. Hard drives are just magnetic charge.
Oh yeah, that's right.
It's just a magnetic field. You put a magnet around that thing, and screw it all up, it's gone.
Or how about this? Just take a hammer. No, a hammer won't even work. They could piece together a platter. It's possible. I guess just take some M80s or something. Who knows?
Yeah.
Nah, the DoD, you got to really do 9 passes of, at least 9 passes of deletion. Setting all the data binary to 0.
Yeah, there you go.
That's a destroyed hard drive thing.
Nice. Hard drive shredded.
That's a full wipe right there.
That hard drive is not coming back into existence.
Oh no.
All right, you guys lost me on. I lost everything. Hold on a second. My Mac just cocked out on me. That's funny, man. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Still hear you.
Well, I'm on the other computer now because my MacBook just took a turd.
Well, why were you on a MacBook then?
It's because I ran out of hard drive space. That's really the reason. Let's see. Oh, man.
They didn't blend a hard drive. I can't believe they wouldn't have blended a hard drive. Come on. They blend everything else. They were like iPhones, microwave a hard drive, the iPad.
They literally stick everything in a fucking blender nowadays.
Oh yeah, especially
remember the frog in the blender and the frog in the microwave?
Oh.
Little flash things.
Wow, Why is it so bad? My Mac has took a major turd.
I don't know.
Cheers to hard drives. Soon we will have well, we got the 1 terabyte Kingston flash coming out. That should be awesome. 1 terabyte on a flash drive.
Yeah, that'd be badass.
Dude, think about it. Was it 1 terabyte?
There we go.
Probably.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
1 gigabyte. No. Was it 1 gigabyte? It was 1 gigabyte. I'm sorry. Wow. What is that they threw in there?
That's what was it? That's a USB flash drive.
Nice. BlendTec. Those are the professional blenders too. Those are the ones they use in.
That's right.
Yeah, man. No, I don't think it was 1 terabyte. It was 1 gigabyte. They have 1 gigabyte. I'm sorry, 100 gigabyte. No, it is 1 terabyte. Yeah, Kingston, 1 terabyte. That's pretty awesome, bro.
Whoa.
Yeah, dude, that's a lot.
Parts are flying
so
outside
that means
of the
micro SD cards are gonna have a whole bunch soon.
Well, just think of it this way: everything is going to be flash memory eventually. You know, like Kingston's data traveler.
Oh, there's the slow-mo.
The 1 terabyte USB flash drive. That is awesome.
Oh my goodness.
Way to end our hangout for the night. We got flash drives in a blender. You want data recovery?
Yeah, we go to data recovery. Yeah, data not recovered.
Data unrecovered.
Yeah, try to recover that.
Come on, DOD. Let's see you do your best on that.
Yeah.
That's pretty awesome.
Yeah. All right. Anyway. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I love those BlendTec stuff, man.
They probably have a whole series of BlendTec YouTube videos of just blending random crap in a blender.
Oh, of course.
There's a whole series.
Look at even a Galaxy S3. Oh, here you go.
Galaxy S3?
Let's heads up. Here we go.
Fucked.
iPhone versus S3.
In a blender? iPhone
in
versus
a blender.
I think the iPhone will win, honestly. S3 is a
No.
No, meaning that the iPhone is more delicate.
Yeah.
No, maybe the older iPhones. The new ones have the titanium back on them. But
Well, that's the international one.
So let's see. iPhone on the left, Samsung on the right.
And the Android to the right.
Yeah.
Like it's doing a quadrant.
Wow, look at this guy. He spent too much time under a tanning bed or something.
Yeah, Tom Dixon. I think it's their filming, though. They do that on purpose.
And look at his eyebrows. Talk about tweezed. Went a little overboard on the tweezing. Oh, my God. What are you doing?
You get to see it in slow-mo. That's nice.
Oh, my God. Yo, you know what? Actually, the Galaxy S3 sustained it better than... look at the battery.
Look at it. The battery's just chilling.
It's the
battery, the cover is still there, separate.
Hell yeah.
iPhone is blending.
iPhone is done. That's a shake right there. Put some ice in there, you got nutrition. Android is loving it. Android is having fun on the right. Holy shit. That is so toxic, those fumes.
Yep. It's crazy stuff. It smells like jelly beans. So
yeah, right? Oh my God. They're both going to obviously do that if you put it in there long enough.
Right, but I mean, you saw the iPhone went way faster than the Samsung.
Yeah, it did.
So, yep, credit goes to the mine for getting that vote right.
Yeah, but was that that was the older iPhone, right?
No, that was the iPhone 5.
That was iPhone 5? I thought it was the other way around. I thought the iPhone 5 would sustain it more.
Oh, nuh-uh. Nope.
That's pretty cool. Cheers to Galaxy S3 for that one right there.
Yep.
Oh man.
Crazy stuff.
So I guess we're gonna call it a finishing touch on this. What a way to end it with a blended Galaxy S3 and iPhone 5 and a flash drive. I love that.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, I guess we call it quits on here. And again, let me announce our ending credits here. Well, thanks to Guy Coulter for joining us, listening in. I'm sure he's still there listening on us. We got Jim, CW,
Yep.
Computer Wiz, got me, The Minds, and Lewis, Chaostic over there. And I wish you guys the best over here. I'm glad you guys. Thank you guys for listening in, watching, and if you want to reach us again, you can reach us last time. Pound Android on Dalnet, irc.dal.net on IRC, which you could use MIRC as the client to reach us for instant help and chat and news and everything that is Android. And also you can reach us on our bulletin board system on androidnews.com. You can go to /forums in order to get to our forums to ask questions and get help and just talk about whatever. Feel free to join us anytime and ask any questions. We're always here to help. We also have an Android app that we're in the works with that you can actually get help instantly, and you can find out anything you need to know while you're on the move. This is The Mind signing out. Thank you guys for listening and watching, and hope to hear from you guys next time. Thank you very much, and take care.
Yeah.